Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another Minnesota Twins discussion video. Now, I've got a good one for you today. Are the Twins, or can the Twins, catch the Astros or the Yankees, maybe even both, and try to better themselves for the postseason? We've got all of the schedules today. We're going to break it down, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. It really helps me out. Let me know if you do enjoy the videos down in the comments. So, let's just get right into this video. The playoffs are coming up, right? There's literally about a month left in the season, just less than a month in the season before the playoffs start. And the Twins right now are in the third spot, right? That means it's not a bad thing, right? We're not in the wild card, but that means we're going to have to play the first round on the road, likely to the Astros. Is there a chance that we can catch them? Or even the Yankees, because the Astros and the Yankees are only one game apart. We are 5 games back right now of the best record in the AL, and 4 games back of the Astros. So, let's take a look at the Twins schedule to see if this is possible. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because we are 7-1 right now on our road trip. We have a 10-game road trip. We're almost done with it, but we have a 10-game road trip. We are 7-1, where we went to Chicago, Boston, well, we're in Boston now, and Detroit. Now, we get that those are bad teams. We have some tough teams coming up, but this could really define how we play the rest of the season, because we've got 2 more games against the Red Sox, right? I think we can split and take 1, for at least take 1. Then we get Cleveland at home, who have been struggling, right? We went from half a game back in the Central to 6.5 games up in the Central, and that's in the last 2 weeks, I think, or something close to that. We have been playing out of our minds. We're back to where we were in May. I think that's going to be a really good series. But Cleveland always plays us tough. We know that. And it's Cleveland, right? They've got something to play for. So do we, but they know that these 6 games that we're going to play them in, that could be their season, right? So they're going to play us tough. We also get the Nationals. They're a hot team. They're one of the hottest teams in the NL. We get them at home, which is better, even though we're better on the road. You know, it's always good to have home field advantage. That's going to be interesting to see how the pitching matchups line up, and then we get Cleveland again. So after these 4 series, 3.5, I guess if you count Boston, we are home free. I mean, after that, it is White Sox, Royals, Tigers, Royals, end of season. I believe that is how it goes. So, and those last couple of games, the last 2 series are on the road. Now, if it stays the same, we know that we can beat Detroit. Kansas City is a little bit tougher in Kansas City. They just play us well at home. Now, that's going to be really interesting to see how our road record transitions into the last couple of weeks of the season. But if we can get past these 4 series, possibly with series wins, right? If I say we don't even need to sweep them all, if we can win every series from this point onward the rest of the season, I think we have a chance. And that's because, let's look at the Astros schedule really quick. They have an easier schedule, but almost all of them, just like the Twins, are against division opponents. Now, we know it's not just the Twins that get played hard in the division. It is every single team that has to play, games in their division. They get played tougher. The Astros, they are starting a 4-game series with the Mariners. Now, the Mariners are an awful team, but it does change with September call-ups, just like it does with the Twins. The Indians, the Royals, I guess everybody's brought up more players. But the Mariners, they have nothing to play for. They are out of the playoffs. Maybe they can make some noise against the Astros. Take 1 game. That's all I could ask for there. But then, this is where it gets good for the Twins. We're playing very tough teams in the next 3 series. They are too. They've got the Athletics for 4 games. That could really help us. I tell you what, we're going to be really big not Astros fans. We're going to be really big Athletic fans over the next, week or so. They get them for 4 games. Then they get the Royals in Kansas City. Again, it's a bad Royals team, but they're at home, and they play good at home. Decently at home. I hope they can play spoiler for just a game or 2. They get the Rangers for 2 games. I'm kind of just throwing that out the window. Maybe they can make some noise. But then they get the Angels and the Mariners and the Angels again. Now, I get that those aren't great teams. they're basically, I wouldn't say quite as bad as Detroit, Kansas City, or whatnot, but the Angels, they finish the series on the road just like the Twins do against the Angels. They finish it on the with the Mariners as well. Those aren't going to be the easiest games. Now, the Astros are a good team. They'll probably win those games, but there is a chance there, just like there's a chance for the Twins. I think it is possible, especially with the Athletics series. If we can win, the Twins win every series from here on out, and the Astros struggle against two series. Let's just put two series together. The Athletics and Kansas City maybe, or they lose, the last couple of games of the season to the Angels. We are right in the mix. That Athletics series is going to be big, especially if they can sweep them. The Athletics are playing on the road, though. That does make it a little bit easier for Houston, but it is still very doable. That is iffy. It's iffy, right? It's iffy. We are 4 games back. There's still a lot of time, and we've been playing really good. It's just going to depend on how well Houston can finish the series as well. So let's talk about the Yankees. They are only 5 games ahead of us, right? This is not like something that's out of reach, right? Especially with how well we've been playing. The Yankees literally just got shut out by the Rangers. Now, that probably won't ever happen again. The Yankees lost like a 230-day consecutive non-shutout streak, I think is what it was. Then they got skunked 10-1. Not skunked, but you know what I'm saying. The Rangers, though, they could win that series today. Who knows? I don't know who's pitching, but the point is, they could take that series, right? That is a check mark in our direction, especially if we can win. Then they get Boston on the road. That is going to be a big series. We are not Boston fans yet, but in the next 4 days after this series, we are going to be big Boston fans, because Boston, if they can take a series at home, my goodness, we are right back in the picture. Just like the Athletics. If they can take a sweep and we beat Cleveland, boom, we're right back in it. But then they get the Tigers, the Blue Jays, the Angels. That's not great for us. It's kind of like, the end of our season. The Blue Jays have really been struggling, but they've played good with their newer players, right? Guerrero Jr., Bochette, Gurriel, is that? No, that's not. Who is it? Who's the other? Biggio, is that who it is? They've been playing really good as of late. They just got no hit by the Astros, but that's not the point. They do have, some talent, so maybe they could play spoiler. Then they get the Rays. They have to go to Tampa Bay. We just saw how Tampa Bay did to Cleveland. I hope that transitions, a little bit further down the line. They play the last 2 series. Gosh darn it, I don't know what I'm saying. They play the last 2 series on the road as well in Tampa Bay and the Rangers. So, possibility? Maybe. The Rays are a good team. They're in that wild card hunt. They could be a real big threat, especially if they can beat the Yankees. Just, 2 games. That's all they play them for. 2 games at the end of the season. It's really tough. I do want to know what you guys think, though, because, the Twins schedule, it's a little bit tough, right? These next 4 series with Cleveland, I wouldn't say Cleveland's tough necessarily, but we know that they are going to play us good. We know that the Nationals are a good team, and we know that Boston's okay. Then from there on out, we should win every series. Almost, honestly, we should win every game, but that's not going to happen. So if we can win every series, that's the step in the right direction. We're really hoping for 2 sweeps for the Astros, though. Really, with the Athletics, that would be huge. And maybe the Royals, if they can do something, just because they're at home. Other than that, the Angels, if they can play spoiler, just 1 or 2 games, that would really be good. And then the sweeps we're looking for the Yankees would be Boston and hopefully the Rays, unless the other teams want to step up, right? I mean, if the other teams want to step up, that would be great. But, the Rays are going to be tough. Boston's going to be tough. We've got a challenge of our own. So I do want to know what you guys think. My conclusion would be I don't think we take the best record in the AL. I don't think we beat the Astros, but, until the playoffs, then we'll beat them. But I do think it will come down to the last week of the series because of how easy our opponents are in those last 3 series. They are easy for them as well, but maybe they can play spoiler. I just hope that Detroit and Kansas City don't play spoiler on us. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got for you guys today. I do think it'll be close. I just don't think we'll be able to catch them, but it is possible. And, you know, like I said, I just went over the possibilities. We're just rooting for Oakland. We're rooting for the Rays and Boston after we're finished playing them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, though. I want to know what you guys think. Maybe break down your own situations for how the teams are going to go. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. Make a like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.